So, I had my own little recording session just to see what it would be like to create anything like what these guys do. And to say the least, I'm humbled, quite humbled. I'm not even going to show you what I did. But I had to know, I had to try it, like to back up what I was saying, right? And what I was saying was, I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on. So trying to recreate anything like what these guys do it's not easy. And to be fair, I never said it was easy. I said I said what it sounded like to me, and then that I probably didn't understand. What I posited was within this guitar and this microtonal system, that all these things might just make sense, and that's why it kind of sounds like it works. But to me, to my untrained ear, it was like sounded like a bunch of random notes that maybe just sounds cool because it's on microtonal guitar. Admitting that I was probably ignorant to the whole system. So when I sat down and tried to play, random little phrases and stuff and layer them on top of each other, it just doesn't work. And then I slowly realized that I was just being fucking stupid. And what these guys are doing is really complex and really nuanced as far as how the melodies work, how the layers work, and how difficult it is to write these lines and play them and then record them perfectly in one take for every take you need to pull off this performance with the loopers. And looping live it's not a cheat, it's difficult. The more you do it, the better you get at it. But if you screw up one thing, it will screw up everything. And then you gotta scramble and delete it, record it, and all that, redo and all that stuff. And when you're doing that with a live drummer, that makes it even crazier because that guy has to be in time with everything you're doing. If you screw up the time a little bit, he's got to adjust or, whatever. It'll all just fall apart. So it's even more impressive. And that they're kind of creating all this within this different kind of tonal construct of music that I'm just not used to. I just didn't understand, man. I admitted that. But me sitting down to try and do imitate anything they were doing was just you just didn't know what the fuck you're talking about. So I'm going to give this another listen. I'm going to open my eyes and my ears a little bit and just appreciate what they're doing. It's a great groove right there. It's a great groove. What I didn't understand was with the stuff I play, I understand scales and relative notes and things to where if you play in a fucking Dorian major, then you try and throw something in out of the Lydian scale, it's going to sound like shit. And it's the same thing with what they're doing. You have to play the right notes in order for it to sound as good as it does. That's something I didn't kind of grasp It sounds stupid saying it now. Like what I said sounds stupid to me, but now I understand. You know what I mean? Like how kind of delicately written these things are. So far, it's pretty much matching the bass line. So the second melody comes in and it's making like little partial chords, almost power chords like things. These little partial chords that come in and they give this, instead of just like separate melody lines, it kind of combines here and there and makes up some sort of structure. So now I got the bass line, you got the second guitar line that is kind of doubling the bass line. Then there's a third melody line that's creating some chords within the two different melodies that are going on. Happening. I don't know if he's actually hitting some double stops or chords or anything, if it's all the single melody lines that are making up all the different kind of chordal tones you're hearing. And there's something that I didn't catch before, obviously. Watch. He's going to record something, but it's not going to come through. That was a song. And I'm kind of blown away. I don't know if I'm going to leave up the first video or just put this one up. But what a like a mind fuck for me from going my first impressions of it to how I view it now. And just so you know, this isn't some, I got some backlash so I changed my mind about it. It's literally, I don't know if it was a state of mind I was in when I watched it the first time or just trying to emulate anything they did made me realize how intricate and nuanced it really was to get me to appreciate what they're doing. I don't know what the hang up was, like why I couldn't just appreciate it from the beginning. I think it's like I said, it's just a different, like I couldn't just grab a guitar and try and play some of the lines because it just couldn't. So I don't know. Let's see the last song here or whatever. We're gonna let it roll. I don't know what it was that he recorded that didn't come through. But. that straight beat from I'm not good at counting time signatures. I can get like 3/4 and 6/4 and shit like that. I don't know what the hell this is, but that was kind of pointed out from looking at Nitpick's video and who's there's another drummer guy I checked out what his video and he's talking about it. Something I really didn't pick up on, and I'm just not good at counting. So I don't know what the time signature is. I know it ain't 4/4, but then to go into this kind of straight sounding beat is interesting. Part of it is just knowing that they basically, as far as the melodies go and everything, he's basically got to follow the same rules of anything I would come up with. You got to play within, certain scales or modes or whatever. It's just, it sounded so weird to me that I didn't think it applied, but it does. So everything that's being played here, it's got to work or it's going to sound like shit. And it doesn't sound like shit. It sounds really good. Weird for sure. First time I saw markers up on the side of his guitar. Red, green. There's red and green markers on there. I'm curious about this. It'd be interesting to have one to play. Love the drummer, dude. Love the drummer. rad. So that last bam, 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 he set it up playing along with the rhythms he set up for the first part. But then when it does the breakdown, he keeps that part going, and then it turns into a breakdown. So it fit in with the last, I don't know which group of loops, and then takes off on its own and becomes its own thing, which is really fucking cool. So right there, it fits in with all that. That was awesome. That was awesome, dude. Could say they've gained a new fan. So it's been quite a journey over the last couple of days of responding to people in comments about my first video of ignorance, and trying to explain myself. But to I guess reiterate a couple things. When on my last video, I'm like, I didn't say I there was parts of it I kind of was dismissive of, but then I admitted, like, I just don't get it. Like, it's hard for me to understand what's going on. And I said, I still wasn't done with it. I may go back and listen to it. And today what happened was I tried to, back up anything I said and record something and just see what it was like. And I was instantly humbled. I'm like, this is not easy. It's not something you just throw together, which should have been obvious to me, but now it's completely switched how I looked at it. I said in the first video that I was always like hesitant to just jump on the bandwagon of anything that's super popular, because I don't know, dude. I just don't. And I don't know if that bled into my first listening to it. I don't know, but it's a lot different than my approach now listening to it. I think the biggest thing was trying to emulate anything they did and seeing how, although it's in a different tonal system, the same rules still apply. Everything has to make sense for it to sound good. And there was some kind of noise, like atonal stuff going on in that last song, but it was cool because everything else really grooved and worked together. Now I appreciate it. So for what it's worth, a new respect has been given to these guys by me, which is cool. So now I got something weird to listen to and enjoy in a way I didn't before. I'm glad something this strange and different is gaining such popularity. I think it's a really cool thing. All right, man. There we go. A second deserved look. I'm glad I took another look at it. I really am.